It's in the game.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Oh, and just like they drew it up. Put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Haynes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run play action. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Looking for a deep man. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. A trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos, a silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Now, Lenora Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Here we go. Off play action. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Going for the marker on the the ground. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
Nah, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunt. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson, in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the field.
Sends it downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Now the play fake. Looking for the score. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from touchdown Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Sellers. Trying to get behind the defense. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down.
He's got it along the sideline. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He slings it deep to the left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Got his man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
Well, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the 2nd half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Off play action on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Throws to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Harvard. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. 2nd down coming up. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He fires one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Defense in press coverage. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Harper. Jumped on top of the pile.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires left. Got him downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Quarterback moving. Fires on the move. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Clemson jumps to the line. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
The play action fake. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw it, Sellers. Right on target this time.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little extra time. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Extra point here will tie the game. And right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Gonna let it fly. He's got it down the left side. Turning on the Jets. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll open the second half with a run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll run play action. They're working that left side. Still on his feet at the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Quick completion on the out route. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to scramble. They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
To the air on second down. Let's it fly. Open space at the 25. Touchdown Gamecocks! They take the lead with the 6. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On the ground, it's Haynes. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Buying some time. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Harbor. Still on his feet at the 40. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
You You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Finds a little space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Back to pass. Under fire. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. Rushes on him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Turning it on! That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Across the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Throws for the tight end. And here's the third interception of the night. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Slides away. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quarterback making adjustments. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, looking to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. South Carolina did a lot of crowing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins.